Hi, I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of Our Take on Cruise with Roger and Shannon.
Or Shannon and Roger.
My name is Roger Blum with Cruise and Port Advisors, and I have the distinct Valentine's Day pleasure of being with my number three Valentine.
Number three?
Well, Marie and Ashley, my
Well,
daughter.
of course, Max and Pippa.
I know, well, I guess I'm old-fashioned. My Valentine's a girl, sorry.
Happy Valentine's Day,
Who are you? You didn't
everybody.
introduce yourself.
Oh, I didn't? Okay. Shannon McKee of Access Cruise, and wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. I do think that's probably an American holiday.
Saint Valentine? I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
No, I think Valentine's
You
Day
think
is...
everybody around the world celebrates Valentine's Day.
There's money to be made in Valentine's Day, so I am sure everybody in the world is trying to make a buck off of it. But we found a perfect place for this.
We did.
We wanted to get out of the rain, so that noise you hear in the background is not the camera person. It is actually raining outside. But we found a perfect place.
We did.
What a Valentine's backdrop.
Live, laugh, love. And where we are is on my daughter's balcony. Yes, she is just a little bit spoiled, but you know what? We haven't really used the flower wall, but what else could you ask for? Pink roses everywhere, right?
That's right, and I was totally prepared because I borrowed a red cap. All of a sudden I was about to get here and realized I didn't have any red. But let's talk about cruising, not just Valentine's.
Okay, let's talk about cruising. Let's talk about what we love about cruising. Since it is Valentine's Day, you know what I love about cruising?
What do you love about it? I was going to ask you.
Oh, I love about cruising is the evolution of cruising and how it's evolved. You know, I've been in this industry now for 30 years, and what I love most is how it just continuously changes from when I started, not as long as when you started.
Thank you.
But, you know, a large ship was considered 2,000 guests. Now, we just saw the Icon of the Seas, which you had the distinct honor of going on board. I mean, what is that? It's almost 6,000 guests?
It's pushing 7.
7,000 guests, right? And all of the different activities that they have on board and the shows. And I was also a part of freestyle cruising when it first launched with Norwegian back in 2000. And that evolution of cruising from what we call the traditional cruising today, I love that evolution.
So what is kind of funny, and you're probably already picking up on it, this is 2 weeks in a row that we have used the word evolution when we were talking about cruising. And the cat is out of the bag.
Is it out of the bag?
Seatrade Cruise Global, the theme of this year's Seatrade Cruise Global is the evolution of cruising. So that's somehow or other entering into our vocabulary.
Well, there you go. So, but you haven't answered the question. What do you love about cruising?
I love that every day is Valentine's Day. Every day you can be affectionate. You can show your love. I find it to be a loving and a very passionate industry.
I think we just had a special guest star show up just now.
Introduce who just flashed, well, didn't flash us, but I hope.
That was Colton, my son. So his room's right next door to us. So he wanted to make a special appearance today.
So let's talk cruising just for a second.
Yes, let's talk cruising.
Before we go, a couple big things. So there's been a lot happening in the evolution of cruising. And just last year we were talking about how different cruise lines are now branching out to different ports. Celebrity and Princess to Port Canaveral. Disney, Azamara to Port Everglades. But just in the past week, there have been 2 interesting announcements. One of them actually kind of caught me a little bit by surprise, and not that I don't think it's a bad idea, it's a great idea, is Norwegian Cruise Line going to Jacksonville and homeporting in
I think
Jacksonville.
that's a great idea. I'm surprised somebody else hasn't done it. In fact, I think Carnival did it at one point in time.
Carnival's been there for years.
Okay.
Carnival's been in Jacksonville year-round for many, many years. And the other one, which wasn't as big of a surprise because it's been negotiated for a while, is MSC to Galveston. And Galveston, I have a history with Galveston because actually I was the first one to sign an agreement with the cruise industry to bring a ship to Galveston. I did the first terminal conversion in Galveston, and I saw the potential there. So that's not a surprise.
Well, there you go. The other thing that came out, Ann Kalosh published an article which really talked about wave season and that the internet traffic is up significantly on cruising, which is really no surprise again.
It's been a great wave season. 2 things that were interesting in there. The 2 cruise lines that seemed to have the biggest increase in cruise volume. One of them was MSC, which again, I guess it does make sense.
Yeah.
They've really expanded I don't know how many ships they have. They keep bringing more and more ships to the U.S., bring more and more ships in. But the other one that was interesting was Holland America has had tremendous growth, and even Holland America has had record bookings in wave season. The reason that really catches my eye is Holland America retired 4 ships during the pandemic and has only added 1. So Holland America is actually a smaller company today than before, and they're setting records. So something's going on right over there.
Yeah, for sure. But they've had a huge change up over there too of the team and with the new ships, and I think that they have really been working over these last few years, evolving right from traditional cruising into what comes next, as so many of the other cruise lines have. So that was exciting. The other piece was Miguel Arena.
Yes.
He's back, right?
That's right. Miguel is somebody who we've known for forever with Royal Caribbean. He's been behind the new Royal Caribbean terminal, the pier at Coco Key. He went for 3 years to cruise Saudi, did all sorts of stuff in Saudi, including the port in Jeddah, things like that. And he's coming back to CTI, which is Cruise Terminals International, which is a joint venture with Icon, and also Royal Caribbean is involved as a partner in that.
Well, I love it because it'll be great to see him around a little bit more. He never really left the industry, but it is wonderful to have you back, Miguel.
He's a great guy, great guy.
He is a great guy. So I think that's it. I think that Valentine's Day, you still didn't put your
Happy Valentine's Day.
There you go. Now
I'm
you're
in red. Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day. Bye.
Bye.